Today's video is sponsored by Caraway. The holiday season is officially here, you all, and that means lots of gatherings, lots of good food, and lots of cooking and baking. Caraway is, in my opinion, the best brand for all your cooking, baking, and storage needs. I've used Caraway for years, and one thing I can tell you is that their cookware is durable, easy to use, easy to clean, and it's gorgeous. They specialize in 100% non-toxic ceramic cookware, and they take non-stick to a whole new level. In today's video, I'm using Caraway's non-stick, non-toxic bakeware set in the color cream, and to say I am obsessed is an understatement. This set is stunning. It comes with 11 gorgeous pieces, which includes 2 organizers. I used it to make some amazing dishes in today's video, but you all know I've used Caraway for years, so this is nothing new to my kitchen. But do you see how gorgeous these pieces are? I mean, come on. And right now, Caraway is having their once-a-year savings event where you can save up to 20% off their amazing products. You can pick up some new cookware and bakeware for yourself and some for the special people in your life. Caraway truly is the ultimate gift, and their cookware and bakeware sets come in a nice range of colors, so there's certainly something for everyone. Their non-stick cookware and bakeware sets also come with organizers at no extra cost, making them the best gift of the season. These items are definitely going to sell out because Caraway rarely goes on sale, you guys. This is a once-a-year event. So click the link in the description, get your cookware and bakeware set right now or one of their storage sets. It really is the best investment you can make for your kitchen, and you need to take advantage of this sale right now. And y'all know I don't sell y'all short on anything. I have been a Caraway fan for years, so make sure you pick up your set today. I absolutely love cooking with Caraway, and I know you will too. So click that link and get yours before they sell out. Okay, you guys, I am so hungry, and I am, like I said, in the mood for something sweet. So we're going to be making some banana nut loaf bread. This is a really easy recipe because I use like a pre-made mix, and I'm so excited to like fire up my little loaf pan here from Caraway. And if you guys don't know, I've been a Caraway stan for years. I love Caraway. I buy Caraway all the time on my own. My pots and pans are actually in the cabinet right below me right now, and it's about 60% Caraway because I just know I can always count on their pots and pans. And I love them. I love everything that they have to offer, and this new baking set is going to get so much use this holiday season, y'all. Like I said, I am already ready to get into my banana breads and my muffins and my cookies and all that stuff. Super excited about it. So yeah, we're gonna be making some banana nut loaf today, and this pan is great for pretty much anything you want to put in a loaf format. You can make a meatloaf in this, you can make a lasagna in this, you can make a baked ziti or something like that in this. And the best thing is, no matter how much cheese or sticky stuff you use or caramel, it's gonna come right out of this pan, and that's what I love about Caraway. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our banana nut bread. Like I said, I'm gonna be using a very easy mix. This is the Betty Crocker banana nut muffin mix. So instead of using my muffins, I'm kind of in the mood for more of a loaf. So I'm actually gonna use 3 of these. 1 pack of these makes 6 muffins. So 3 of these should be substantial to fill up my loaf pan, and it might be a little bit more than I actually need. So, and that's fine. I'll just reserve some back. And you do want to kind of go with the ingredients on the packaging, but I've used that mix so many times that I actually kind of know how to maneuver it and so on. But I'm going to be adding some chopped walnuts. I first want to go in with my mallet and just kind of break them up a little bit more. This is the Fisher's chopped walnuts. They don't have any salt or anything like that on them. Break them up a little bit more. These are already chopped, and I'm going to actually add a little bit of these to the mix because I want my banana nut bread to have a little bit of crunch to it. And then I'm going to go in, actually I'm going to go ahead and spray my loaf pan, even though I really don't need to, honestly, but it just makes things a lot easier. And you know, I know it's going to come out regardless, but I always just do it out of habit anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray that, and that's a coconut oil cooking spray. It smells so good. But now I'm gonna add my liquid, and generally to those muffin packs you want to add ½ a cup of liquid per pack. So I put in about 2½ packs of the mix. So I'm gonna start with 2 cups of water, and then I'm gonna do, actually I'm sorry, 2 cups. 1 cup, which is 2 halves, because you want to add only ½ a cup of liquid. And you can buy that mix on Amazon. I'll link it for you guys in the description. So I'm adding 1 cup of liquid, to the mix. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of heavy cream. Now with this mix, you can add milk or water, but instead of adding milk, I'm just gonna do a cup of water and then a little bit of heavy cream. So let me open that up. I'm just gonna splash in a little bit. You don't wanna overmix this mix, so be careful not to do that. So I'm gonna use a spatula instead of like a whisk, because I think with a whisk it's just a lot easier to over mix. And this batter comes together really, really easy. So I'm gonna mix it off camera, get it into my loaf pan, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, everything is all mixed and smelling absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my mix into my loaf pan. Oh, it smells good. Oh, I could eat this batter right now. Oh my God, I love, love, love banana nut bread. This is gonna go so fast, y'all. It's gonna go so fast. It's gonna go so fast, you guys. But I'm gonna get that in there. Make sure to get every drop of that batter in there. Let me just grab a spoon so I can get every drop of that batter in there, y'all. And I added nuts. The mix already had a small amount of nuts in it, but I always add more. And you can buy this banana nut bread in a pack of 9 on Amazon, which I love because I make it all the time. But I'm gonna just give this a nice little tap so that any bubbles that are in there can kind of burst. And then I am gonna make like a little crumble topping for this. I'm actually going to use another kind of shortcut, and that's gonna be this Aunt Bessie's crumble mix. So this is like a oat type of crumble mix. Very convenient, y'all. Like, I am a shortcut person. Like, that's one of the reasons I love the Pioneer Woman, because she always like takes shortcuts when she's cooking, and it just makes life so much easier. So I'm gonna pour in some of this crumble mix, and I'll come up close so you guys can kind of see what this looks like. So here's what it looks like. It's actually a crumble. So very easy, very convenient. I'm gonna add a few more of the chopped walnuts to that, so that as the bread bakes, this will like bake onto the top, and it's gonna be so delicious, y'all. Almost like a banana nut coffee cake, baby. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. But now I'm gonna go ahead and just grate some butter onto this. I have my stick of butter in the freezer so it can get nice and cold. Now I'm just gonna grate some into this bowl with the crumble mix. And then once that's done, I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top and then pop that into a 400-degree oven. You wanna cook it, I think the instruction says about 20 minutes for cupcakes, but for the loaf pan, I don't follow those instructions. I actually put the oven on 385 instead of 400, and then I bake it for, I guess, about 30 minutes just to make sure that the inside is done. But you can always use like a clean toothpick and stick it down in there to see if it's done after about 25 minutes. So that's what I do, because that's what my grandmother taught me. So I grated some butter into my bowl, and now I'm just gonna stir that a little bit and then sprinkle it onto my banana loaf bread. And the butter's gonna make the crumble mix clump up even more, which I love because it already has like big clumps in it, but the butter just makes it kind of clump up even more, which makes it just even more yummy. So this is gonna be so bomb on top of my banana bread. It's nice to grate the butter in because it's just easy to kind of break it up and have it form into little chunks. And then as it cooks, it just melts into the crumble. Just makes everything nice and buttery. So that's what it looks like with the nuts and the butter added into that crumble mix. That crumble mix is so convenient. When I order that on Amazon, I usually order like 3 or 4 of them because it's so convenient, especially if you make like apple crisps and things like that. And I'm telling you, when you get your Caraway set, you guys, click that link in the description. When you get your set, you're gonna want to cook more with it, trust me. And with the holidays coming up, a lot of y'all are just not gonna be able to avoid cooking anyway. So it's like, why not go ahead and get some cookware that's gonna make life easier? Because I'm telling you, Caraway dishes are so easy to clean. Like a lot of times I just have to wipe them out with like a clean paper towel. It's just that simple. Like when I make breakfast, you know, quick little eggs or frittata or something like that in one of the pans, I can just wipe it out really. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into the oven. Can't really show it to you guys, but you'll see it after it's done. So let's get this in the oven, and then I'm gonna show y'all something. I got something to share with y'all. Okay, you guys, my banana bread is all done. I stuck a toothpick in it and it came out clean. And look how easily that cake comes out of that pan. And the pan is practically clean. I mean, period. This pan is worth buying. You guys have to get that bakeware set. But I'm going to go ahead and flip over my banana loaf. It looks so good and it smells so good in my place right now, you guys. Like so good. And I'm going to put it on a cute little cutting board. Give me a nice big knife and cut into her. And oh my goodness, it's so moist. It's crunchy. It's buttery. It's perfect. I'm going to cut me a piece right here. Kind of broke apart a little bit because it is still a little warm and very moist. But that's all right. We are about to enjoy this with a glass of milk. You all have to try this recipe. When I tell y'all that I am enjoying this banana bread, it's so moist. It's like not too sweet, perfect. You can taste a little bit of salt that they put in the mix. The crunch of the extra walnuts that I added. Oh my God, it's so good. And the crumble topping, that set it off. I'm on my second piece. I was supposed to be sitting here reading my book, but I just been sitting here eating. It's so good, you guys. Try out that mix on Amazon, super cheap. You can get it at Walmart too for cheap. But ooh, it tastes like I made it from scratch. Like, for that to be like a just add water or milk batter, it is bomb. And you saw how easy it popped out of my pan. I'm just saying. That pan is so impressive. But I mean, it's Caraway, so we know you're the best. But I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the last few pages of my book, take me a little nap, and then we'll get into some dinner. Like I said, I'm cooking kind of early, so dinner will be done probably around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Because like I said, I am going out tonight. I'll probably just order appetizers at the restaurant instead of like a whole meal since I'm cooking before I leave. But you know, maybe have me a drink or two and an appetizer or two. So yeah, that is the plan, y'all. But I'm gonna enjoy this, sit here, read my book, and I'll get back with y'all, okay? Okay, y'all, so I got a lot of stuff in front of me. We are getting ready to make one of my favorite fall recipes. It's a semi-homemade chicken pot pie. So I'm gonna run down the ingredients. First, let me share my utensils. Of course, I'm gonna be using Caraway. So this is one of the pots that I've had for years. I love this pot. Like I said, had it for years, but you would never be able to tell because look at it. Not a scratch, okay? Ain't nothing stuck to it. There's nothing stuck on it. Like, these pots are just, they never disappoint, you guys. Like, so I'm gonna be using that to cook some of the vegetables that I'm gonna share. But let me go ahead and get that on the stove and get some olive oil in my pot so that that can start heating up because we are gonna be cooking down some veggies for this pot pie. Now, that's my stove going off, letting me know it's ready. But I did go ahead and preheat my stove on 350. But let me share the ingredients with you guys. Another pan real quick is gonna be my Caraway roasting pan. You can use this as a baking pan, roasting pan, a lot of different things you can use this for. This one is like a catch-all type of pan. I mean, you can make anything that you want to make in a casserole format. You can make a cake in this. You can use it pretty much for anything. And I love the nice, beautiful silver handles on that. But that's what we're gonna make our chicken pot pie in because I want to make one that will kind of take me through the week. So here's the ingredients. For the bottom crust, we're gonna be using a pie crust. This is like a roll-out pie crust. It's in like a rectangular type of shape, so it's perfect for that pan. On top of my pot pie, I like to use puff pastry. So I have a roll of puff pastry here that's been sitting out for a little bit. Inside of the pot pie, we're gonna have vegetables. So I have some peas and carrots here. I also have some corn here. I like corn in my chicken pot pie. I also have some onion that I've already diced up, a fresh onion. I have some parsley. I'm gonna add a lot of parsley to that. And then as far as like the filling, like what's gonna give it the creaminess, I have some organic cream of chicken soup. So I have that to add into the filling. And so this is kind of like the semi-homemade part because generally when you're making a chicken pot pie, you cook the vegetables, you add flour, and you kind of like thicken it up, add cornstarch or whatever. But instead of doing all of that, I'm just gonna use cream of chicken soup. So this is a nice little shortcut. I'm also gonna use 1 can of cream of celery soup because I like the flavor that it brings. And then for the chicken, I have a whole roasted chicken here. So this is like a chicken that you can pick up at the grocery store or Costco or wherever. And I'm actually going to chop it up and add that to the filling of my chicken pot pie. So those are the ingredients. For seasonings, I keep it pretty simple. I have them back here. I use this no salted signature blend here, which is mostly herbs. And then I use this Kinder's garlic salt that I get from TJ Maxx. I get this at a great deal on TJ Maxx. It's the cheapest I can find it. I also add a little bit of chicken bouillon just to boost up that chicken flavor. And then I'm gonna add some of Tabitha Brown's Sunshine seasoning because I like turmeric in my food. And then I'm also gonna add this 24 herbs and spice seasoning. This is like another no salt herb seasoning. So those are my seasonings. I'm gonna keep those back here. I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work on my chicken, basically cut it up into pieces and shred it up a little bit. And then I'll be back with you guys to show you basically the cooking process. So be right back, y'all. Ooh, it's about to get so yummy up in here, y'all. Let me get my apron on because it's time. All right, so we're making the filling for the chicken pot pie. The first thing you want to do is cook down your onions. I like my onions to have a little color because color means flavor. Then I went ahead and added all of my frozen vegetables. That was corn and a vegetable medley with peas and carrots. You can also add potatoes at this point. Then I went ahead and seasoned. I first went in with my garlic salt. Then I went in with my herb blend. Then I went in with my no salt seasoning. And then I went in with Tabitha's Sunshine seasoning. Lastly, I went in with my chicken flavoring and I added a little bit of salt and pepper. I stirred everything until it was pretty much coated in the seasoning. Then I added some Irish butter. I love to add real butter to this recipe because it adds a nice butter flavor. After everything was kind of warmed through, I went in with my chicken, stirred that in, and I did chop it kind of finely because that's how I like mine in my pot pie. Following the chicken, I went in with my 3 cans of organic cream of chicken soup. You can get that at Whole Foods or on Amazon. I then went in with my cream of celery soup, which I stirred in. It's pretty thick, so I added some water as well. And you can continue to add water as you see fit because it is kind of a thick mixture. After everything was stirred together, I went in with my parsley. I don't like to overcook the parsley, so I go in with that last right before I pour the filling into the pan. Then you want to stir everything together and let everything warm through really well. After that, I did a little taste test. You always want to taste things for seasonings, and now it's ready for the pan. Okay, you guys, so I am back getting everything ready for this pot pie. I'm telling you, this is about to be so bomb. But I went ahead and baked off my pie crust for about 15 minutes on 350 degrees because I don't like it to be like undercooked or undone underneath the filling. So I did go ahead and bake it for a little while. And I just want to show y'all, this is what's left of the chicken. That's what's left of the chicken, y'all. I'm telling y'all, butchered that piece of chicken, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead now and pour my filling into the pie crust and cover it with my puff pastry and get it into the oven. And that's gonna bake on 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. You want to definitely keep an eye on it because you know, your oven might be different than mine. So keep an eye on it. When that top starts to brown to your liking, then you want to go ahead and take it off or at least turn off the oven. But I'm pouring my filling into the pie crust that's on the bottom. I like crust on the top and the bottom of my chicken pot pie. I know some people only put it on the top. I only put it on the top if I make like individual pot pies in my little Dutch ovens, my little mini Dutch ovens. But if I'm making it like in a pan like this, I want crust on top and bottom. So that's why I put the pie crust on the bottom. And I love the way the puff pastry looks on top. So I like to use that on top. But you can definitely use pie crust. It works either way, it's good. Pie crust looks beautiful on top as well, but I just think the puff pastry just, ooh, it just looks so pretty on top. But I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this right on top. It is perfectly cut so that I don't have to do much. I did take it out of the freezer maybe about 35 minutes ago. And if your puff pastry doesn't fit like exact, you can always take some kitchen shears and just cut it. Mine are down in the sink. Let me use my knife. Here's the knife. So you can definitely just cut it a little bit if you need to. Just like that. Cut off a little piece. And now I'm gonna make sure it's pretty much edge to edge. Now I wanna add a little bit of egg wash. So I have an egg here that I'm gonna crack into a bowl. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to that. Just a splash of water. And I'm gonna take a fork, beat it a little bit. Then I'm gonna take a brush, like a pastry brush, and I'm just gonna brush this on top. So let me move this over. This pan is still kind of hot. I'm just gonna brush this right on it, and it's gonna give it a beautiful brown color as it bakes in the oven. Yum, this is gonna look so good and be so good. I kind of wish I was staying home today, y'all, but I love my cousin so much. Like less starchy, and it's actually really good this way. Oh my god, the chicken, that rotisserie chicken, it tastes like I cooked chicken myself. It really did like hydrate the chicken, that soup, and going with the you know, canned soup instead of making a roux and all that stuff, you can't even tell. It's so good, y'all. Try out this recipe and make sure you check the description for all of the information on Caraway's new baking sets. They have an amazing sale right now that you guys will not want to miss. So I'll have my discount code on the screen. I'll have my link in the description as well as my discount code there. Make sure y'all check them out because, you know, if you're into cooking and stuff, I'm sure y'all see a lot of these cooking channels when they're cooking, they're using Caraway. I'll be looking at them like, I have that pot, I have that pan. Because they know what's good, you know. But yeah, definitely check them out, you guys. But it's time for me to just sit down. I have about an hour and a half before I have to actually leave out. So I'm just gonna chill for a little bit and then we're gonna be out to dinner. But for right now, I'm gonna snack on this. Hey y'all, I'm back at home. When I tell you I had a wonderful time hanging out with my cousins, oh my goodness, like it is always a good time when we get together. It's so nice to have cousins that are in the same age range as you, because it's almost like having extended sisters, and we just have such good chemistry. We always have such a good time, and we're so supportive of each other, which I love. Like anytime somebody's doing something for their birthday or something, we always show up for each other, you know, as much as we can, of course. But what a good night, what a good day. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all, cooking and, you know, getting ready with y'all and all that stuff. It really was a wonderful day. And I just enjoyed sharing with you guys. I enjoyed setting up my camera, talking to y'all, knowing that you're gonna see this and hopefully enjoy it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna link all of the information on my new bakeware set from Caraway in the description. if you don't have Caraway in your kitchen, baby, what is you doing? Like, I gotta call you out, because Caraway is everywhere. You can even find them in Target, and they're amazing. Like, it really is no other way to say it. They are pretty amazing. Their cookware is exactly what it says it's going to be. Like, they do exactly what they say they're going to do. So if you want to pick up a new bakeware set or some new pots and pans, now is the time to do it while they have their once a year savings event. You can save up to 20%. And like I told you earlier in the video, Caraway doesn't really go on sale like that. So you want to take advantage right now. Like, I'm telling you, and it's worth the investment. Trust me, like, their pots and pans are just gorgeous, and they make life so much easier because they're so easy to clean and maintain. So definitely check them out. And plus, they're non-toxic. So if you're worried about toxins being released as you cook food, you know that some non-stick cookware is known to release toxins. You don't have to worry about any of that with Caraway. Like, they're all 100% non-toxic materials. And I love that they give you storage with their set. So you get a complimentary storage system with their set. So I'll take it, and I'm sure you guys will too. Click the link in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video here. I wanna finish reading the last 9 pages that I have in this book. It's literally the last chapter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I feel myself getting a little sleepy, like my little shot that I took and my little margarita is definitely hitting me. And I love to read before I go to bed because I know I'm gonna sleep so good. So I'm gonna read the rest of this book. This book is really good, y'all. If you don't get any of the books I mentioned, get this one, 101 by Frida McFadden. This book is really good. Like, I've been nose in the whole time. Like, since I started this book, I've been reading it nonstop. So yeah, get this one and check out the description of this video for all the other books. I've pretty much linked everything in this video in the description. So just check that description down below. But yeah, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. Make sure you subscribe before you go. I love you guys. Bye.